You're in the water loop.
I'm at the headquarters for the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission. I'm here to talk to Paula Kehoe about how this city is advancing water recycling. They are absolutely one of the world's leaders in pushing this work forward. This building itself does on-site water recycling, and I want to find out about projects across the city that are innovative and impactful. I'll go around after this conversation and visit some of those.
My name is Paula Kehoe, and I'm the Director of Water Resources at the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission. And my job is about using water efficiently and creating new renewable water supplies. So we've been promoting water use efficiency for over 30 years. San Francisco, as residential per capita, uses about 42 gallons per person per day. That's among the lowest in the state of California and half the statewide average. And that's really a partnership between the utility and our community. We provide a lot of financial incentives and rebates to help our customers save water, but our customers also embrace conservation as a way of life. And in terms of renewable water supplies, we're really looking at a one water approach. We're looking at integrated water management. So for example, instead of viewing wastewater as a waste, we look at that as actually as a resource. And so we have wastewater projects that we're focusing on recycling wastewater for irrigation of our large parks and golf courses. But we're also looking at the role of on-site water recycling in a decentralized scale. And what that means is that there's an opportunity to collect a variety of water sources, such as rainwater, stormwater, gray water or black water, or foundation drainage, capture that water, treat it, and reuse it for non-potable applications. So like the building we're in right now, which we moved in 2012, we installed an engineered wetland treatment system. And that system was designed to take all of our wastewater or black water, treat it on site, and reuse it for toilet flushing and urinal flushing within our building. We've been able to reduce our potable water consumption by over 50% as a result of that treatment system. So we moved into our headquarters in 2012, and we had the on-site water treatment system in our headquarters. We also had a number of other developers in San Francisco coming to us and asking, hey, I want to install an on-site water treatment system in my building to treat gray water or black water. And we recognized that there was a need for us to create a process to enable the private sector and public sector to install on-site water treatment systems. And so we developed an ordinance, a city ordinance in 2012 that involves 4 city agencies: San Francisco Public Utilities Commission, our Public Health Department, our Building Department, and our Public Works Department. And what that ordinance does, it enables a streamlined process for developers to install on-site water treatment systems. And that, again, started as a voluntary effort in 2012. And in 2013, we amended that ordinance to allow for district scale, which means 2 or more buildings can connect to an on-site water treatment system. It can be more cost effective. And in 2015, in the height of the drought in California at that time, it became a mandatory requirement for all new buildings, commercial, mixed-use, multifamily buildings over 250,000 square feet, to install an on-site water treatment system to produce water for toilet flushing and irrigation.
I'm very curious, could you talk about the Salesforce Tower? I mean, you have this tallest building on the whole West Coast, and they do black water recycling. What happens there?
So Salesforce is a great example. They're actually a voluntary project. They decided on a voluntary effort to install an on-site water treatment system to treat all of their black water for flushing their toilets throughout the tower. So they voluntarily decided that they wanted to do that in terms of their sustainability initiative. And that great way to save high quality drinking water not to be used to flush our toilets. So there's several projects that we have in San Francisco. Currently there's 40 operating on-site water treatment systems and about 66 that are in the planning phase, collecting a variety of water sources from rainwater to gray water and future black water treatment systems. Mission Rock is a great example of a district scale project, and what that means is they're installing a treatment system, one treatment system to serve 11 buildings, whether it be commercial as well as mixed-use residential buildings. And with that project, they plan to meet 100% of their non-potable demand through their black water treatment system. So again, a great way to save high-quality drinking water and using the right water for the right use.
And could you talk about the project 1515 Mission Street and that apartment building?
Yeah, so that's another example of apartment buildings, 550 units. It is treating gray water and rainwater for flushing toilets, and they're saving approximately 35% of their potable water.
One of the kind of concerns you hear from utilities out there about wastewater recycling is that you're going to reduce the flow to the plant, and it was built for this capacity. And could you just address that concern?
Certainly. We asked ourselves those questions. Will these systems cause an impact on our sewer system, for example, in terms of odor or flow? And we found that the answer is no, but how we got to that answer is actually we do a hydraulic analysis of our sewer system to ensure that there's enough water that will be discharged to the sewer system to create enough flow and not create any odors. So we took initiative, again, to understand the potential impacts on our sewer system. We've also looked at the potential impacts on our revenue, recognizing, again, that we're asking our customers to use less water, and that means less revenue. But as we look at water and water management in San Francisco, water use efficiency or water conservation is our most effective and most cost-effective water management strategy. If we use less of our drinking water supplies, then when we look to the future, when we have to develop new supplies, we can produce less of the water supply.
One of the other concerns about water recycling and the on-site is, does this cost so much more to put this in versus just sending it to the sewer? Thoughts, comments on that?
So we provide capacity charge reduction. So example, these on-site water treatment systems are connected to our centralized water and sewer infrastructure in San Francisco, which is very important. We obviously have to have potable water in a building. These treatment systems are not producing pure potable water at this point. Also, the treatment systems, if they have excess flow, need to be discharged to the sewer system. So we do provide a reduced capacity charge, so that reduces the overall connection fee to a private developer. Also, some of the product manufacturers are indicating that their return on investment can be 7 to 10 years. And that really is a result of how much water can be saved, reduce water bills, and reduce sewer bills.
There's also some growing momentum around this type of project across the American West as we realize aridification is happening through climate change. San Francisco is a leader. How are you sharing your knowledge and your experiences and your projects with other communities?
So the San Francisco Public Utilities Commission has organized the National Blue Ribbon Commission for on-site non-potable water systems, and that's a collaborative between 15 states and the U.S. EPA. And we've actually been working together as a partnership since 2014, and that partnership includes public health regulators, water and wastewater utilities. And all of our work is about creating consistency among our standards, how we ensure proper oversight and management. And there are systems that are happening all across North America. There's systems in New York City, there's systems in Minnesota, there's systems in Oregon, obviously in San Francisco. And so the best way that we can ensure proper oversight and management and scale up these systems is to have a collaboration such as the National Blue Ribbon Commission.
Your neighbor down the coast, Los Angeles, is starting to head toward direct potable reuse, taking that treated wastewater, putting it right back into the drinking water system. Is that something you all are considering or need to do?
Absolutely. The San Francisco PUC, we look at a number of water management strategies. We look at different scales. So we have on-site water recycling for non-potable applications. We have centralized recycled water for irrigation, but we're also looking at purified water. And for example, in our building, we did a 2-year pilot. We took the water that we produced through our engineered wetland treatment system that we use for toilet flushing and urinal flushing, but we added additional treatment to produce water that's comparable to drinking water. And so we found that we were able to do that on a building scale, and currently we are in the process of upgrading our system to have a permanent facility within our headquarters to produce water for toilet and urinal flushing, as well as to produce water that's comparable to drinking water.
Yeah, I'm curious, are there other types of businesses, types of buildings that are doing water recycling?
Yes, there's a great opportunity to look at other kinds of on-site water recycling applications in San Francisco. We've looked at industrial applications. For example, there's an underground steam loop that provides steam to 180 buildings in downtown San Francisco. They were one of our largest industrial potable water customers, but about 500 feet away from their headquarters was underground nuisance groundwater that was just going directly to the sewer system. So we partnered with them, and currently they're saving 30 million gallons of potable water and using that nuisance groundwater to produce steam rather than our high quality drinking water. We've also thought about what other kinds of commercial applications are there, and breweries come to mind. Certainly when you think about breweries, it takes anywhere from 5 to 7 gallons of water to produce 1 gallon of beer, and most of that water is used for cleaning, processed water. And so we established our own chemical and pathogen control strategy to enable breweries to capture and treat processed water on site, to reuse it for processed water such as cleaning and cooling tower applications, as well as the ability to use that water as a source for making beer.
Thank you for sharing a bit about what's happening in San Francisco. I'm on the other side of the country, but I love watching what's happening here on this coast with you all. Thank you so much.
You're in the water loop.